The fourth Vajra point, Mirage. Now it will be shown that just as phenomena are said not to come from anywhere, neither do they depart. They are like mirages. All things in phenomenal existence, both samsara and nirvana, appear and yet lack intrinsic existence. They are like mirages. As we find in the middle-length Prajna Paramita, O Subhuti, since phenomena are primordially free from departing, they are like mirages. The meaning of this statement will be explained in 3 sections, according to the ground, path, and result. First of all, by means of the view, one will arrive at a clear conviction that the ground is itself like a mirage, devoid of all departing. During the summer, when one is on a wide plain, and the sun is shining and one's eyes are affected by the heat, when, in other words, there is a connection between the floating vapours and one's phlegmatic humour, the appearance of a stretch of water appears, even though there is no water there. In the same way, although the nature of awareness is primordially pure, it happens that through a subtle thought of self and the radiance of awareness appearing as sense objects, there occurs upon the even plane of emptiness hallucinatory appearances similar to the water seen in a mirage. And consequently, one wanders in the 6 migrations of the 3 worlds. Nevertheless, it is important to understand that they are like mere reflections, without any existence of their own. They do not exist, even though they clearly appear. At midday, in the summertime, those tormented by their thirst may see a mirage of a stretch of water. Understand that all things are like this. If one examines the infinitesimal particles, directional location, colour, shape, and so on, of whatever appears, one will conclude that outer and inner phenomena are like space. Phenomena are like the Sugata. Ignorance resembles space itself. Phenomena have no real features. In the very moment that phenomena appear, in all their variety, they have no real existence of their own. The outer universe is formed, plants and so forth grow therein. Beings, the living content of the universe, are born and give rise to thought. But in the very moment that all these things seem to arise, they are devoid of origin, because the objects that come into being and the experience of arising itself do not exist in the nature of awareness. Likewise, in the very moment that phenomena seem to remain in existence as solid entities, there is neither the act of remaining, nor indeed anything that remains. Finally, in the very moment that the universe seems to be evacuated and destroyed, and the minds of beings seem to vanish, the universe does not cease, and neither do the minds of beings. It should be understood, therefore, that, like the water seen in a mirage, phenomena appear and yet are devoid of intrinsic being. Amaho, a wondrous and a marvellous thing, a secret all the perfect Buddhas know. Without being born, are all things born, and in the moment of their birth, they are unborn. Amaho, a wondrous and a marvellous thing, a secret all the perfect Buddhas know. Without remaining, all things yet remain, and in the moment of the remaining, they do not remain. Amaho, a wondrous and a marvellous thing, a secret all the perfect Buddhas know. Without their coming or their going, all things come and go. And in the moment that they come and go, they're free of coming and of going. When this view has been understood, it should be reflected in one's personal behaviour. All outer and inner phenomena are devoid of intrinsic being. This being so, all friends and enemies, all that one accepts or else rejects, should be brought onto the path as being similar to mirages that naturally subside. It should be understood that from the very first, they are nothing but the manifestation of the radiance of emptiness. Consequently, to cling in the ordinary way to oneself and others, accepting or rejecting accordingly, is quite simply absurd. For phenomena are like mirages. They have no intrinsic reality, even though they appear. A mirage, O Manjushri, appears but is unreal. Likewise, phenomena appear but are unreal. Concerning the practice on the path, one should practice Guru Yoga as before, invoking the teacher and praying especially for success in seeing that all things are mirage-like. Then, bearing in mind that whatever occurs in the course of the day is just a mirage and does not really exist, one should be relaxed without being carried away by the mind's proliferation outward, and without the mind becoming engaged with inner preoccupations, or withdrawing one pointedly within. One should continually maintain the recognition that everything is but the radiance of awareness. At night, one should lie down as previously described and fall asleep visualizing just the central channel. By this means, mirage-like dreams will be recognized for what they are, and one will be able to assume many forms in the course of them, transforming them at will. And when sleeping, one will be aware of all the sights and sounds occurring in one's vicinity. Innumerable visions will occur: smoke, mirages, fireflies, and so on. The immediate result of this practice is that, through understanding that all phenomena are like mirages, one will experience neither desire nor aversion for them, and one will acquire the power of dharani, concentration, powers of vision, and all kinds of preternatural knowledge. The Dharani, or power of memory, is so called because it consists in an unforgetting recollection, whereby one retains all the words and meanings of the teaching. As it is said in the Tantra, Dharani, or the power of memory, is of three kinds: recollection of the words, the meaning, and the words and meaning both together. The term Dharani is employed because this memory retains its contents, free from all decline. Concentration is a one-pointed state of awareness, limpid and clear. It is also a state of meditative evenness that may be focused on any object. Those who place their minds upon the Lord of all the world, endowed with beauteous golden form, are bodhisattvas who repose in even meditation. Powers of vision consist, for example, in the ability to perceive whatever is impeded from sight. Clairvoyance, or preternatural knowledge, is the knowledge of one's previous existences and so on. It is the preternatural perception of anything at all. In conclusion, born from the great ocean of the qualities of perfect freedom, chief of holy beings residing in the fields of fathomless immensity, O mighty Lord who go in bliss, the source and wellspring of all happiness, may we become like you and quaff the draught of immortality. upon the precious ground of a pure field, within a palace measureless, of ravishing delight. The Dharma's drum resounds. May those of pure and limpid mind behold this place of Amitabha, boundless light. Things that appear in their variety are by their very nature pure. May we discern their unborn, empty nature, and, annulling in a single stroke the false hallucinations of samsara, may we come to spotless peace, the state beyond all sorrow. This concludes the chapter that is like a mirage, a commentary on the fourth Vajra point of finding rest in illusion, a teaching of the great perfection.